The worst college roommates ever. This girl was randomly assigned a roommate her freshman year of college, and she did the following things over the course of the semester. One day, she caught her roommate laying naked on her bed, shaving her body, and when she asked her why she was doing that, her roommate responded by saying, "Your side of the room has a window, and I need the light to see what I'm doing." What? Her roommate would also steal her jewelry and wear it all the time. And when she noticed her roommate wearing the jewelry, her roommate would say, "You can't prove this is yours. Show me a receipt and I'll give it back to you." That's just shady. One day, this roommate also put a line of duct tape down the middle of the room. She said, "You can't pass this line unless you're entering or leaving the dorm." Well, one day, as this girl was leaving class, she noticed a pile of her clothes and stuff sitting in the middle of the quad. She freaked out, grabbed what she could, and went back to her dorm. She asked her roommate, "Did you do this?" She said, "Yes, because I found one of your socks on my side of the room. To teach you a lesson, I put all of your stuff in the quad, so it could easily be stolen." That's crazy. People who are having the worst day. This lonely puzzle piece was found in a parking lot, and I bet you somebody somewhere is losing their mind. This person's daughter spilt a milkshake in the back of her car. Yeah, that'll take a while to clean up. A family's house cat tracked down the hidden stash of catnip, resulting in catnip all over this person's clothes and all over their house. That cat must have been fiending. This dude got his sofa stuck and now needs professional help to get it unstuck. He's paying $25 for anybody that can help him. This dude just wanted a cup of hot chocolate. But when he got the hot chocolate, there were tons of dead ants floating in there. How does this even happen? Before I get to the nastiest one, this app pays you to learn about money. And if you're not learning about money, then what are you doing? If you want it, get it right here. Make that money. And this cockroach who completely ruined this person's morning. If I saw that, I would just throw the whole house away. Teachers who definitely shouldn't be teaching. At one elementary school, this teacher was teaching a lesson when one of the kids in the class was kind of sniffling and blowing his nose. She got irritated, and this is what happened. And that class is exactly why Christopher Columbus is my hero. Anyone have any? Does anyone have any? That's it. Kyle, meet me in the hallway right now. Miss, did I do anything wrong? You want to blow your nose? Then blow away. Next time, be more respectful. Black markets kids ran in their schools. In an effort to push for healthier foods, one high school got rid of all junk food in the cafeteria and every single vending machine inside the school. Get them out of here. Boss, are you sure about this? Get them out of here now. Obviously, the students at the school were not very happy about this decision, so they took action. Starting the very next day, groups of students were coming into school carrying large duffel bags full of candy, chips, sodas, everything the school tried to ban. And just like that, the junk food black market began. Different groups sold different things. Even the teachers were selling candy and stuff to their students. The principal obviously tried to stop this, but it was so out of control so fast that he had basically no control at all. This was a time of business at this high school. These people selling made tons of money. Eventually, the principal brought the vending machines back to school and basically completely reversed what he had done. Gotta respect everyone's hustle. Times people didn't get what they ordered. This dude ordered McDonald's off of Uber Eats, but it seems like he got somebody else's order and ruined this guy's plans because he found a note that said, "Will you marry me, Kim?" in the bag. Who would propose in a McDonald's order? Hey, to each their own. This next person ordered a keyboard from Staples, but instead got a case of Dr. Pepper. How does that even happen? Another person ordered pizza and cheese fries from a pizza restaurant, and this is what they got. It's not exactly what they ordered, but this does look bussin'. A mom ordered this nice t-shirt for her toddler, but when it came in and her kid tried it on, they noticed the shirt came with this printed on it. That's kind of awesome. And last but not least, this person ordered this mask online for Halloween, but when it came in, this is what the mask actually looked like. Who did this? Black markets kids ran in their schools. When this kid was in middle school, he would make these things all the time. They were called paper wasps. These folded pieces of paper you put in a rubber band and you shoot them at people. Well, this kid would occasionally sneak up on his friends and attack them with his paper wasps. And yes, they hurt very bad. But nobody ever got back at him because for some reason, his paper wasps were far superior than anybody else's. So this kid got an idea. He started making tons and tons of paper wasps. His secret in making his paper wasps was using the right amount of paper. And after it was done and folded, he would staple the tip. The staple was used solely to increase pain on impact. Well, business was absolutely booming. The kid was pretty much an arms dealer at his school. Eventually, because of his business, full-blown battles were happening throughout the school day every single day. He was eventually shut down, but in total, he made over $400. Black markets kids ran in their schools. 7 years ago, at this one high school, there were black markets for everything. Candy, chips, soda, cell phones, iPods, you name it. But the crazy thing is, one kid ran every single one of those businesses. His name was Pablo. He was a mysterious kid, but anytime anybody wanted something, they would go to Pablo. Hey, you're Pablo, right? What do you need? I was told you might have the answers for Mrs. Smith's chemistry test later today. Oh, the 8th period chemistry test? Hold on, let me see. 25 bucks. Everyone at school was always so amazed that Pablo had literally everything. So some kids started to challenge him. Hey, yo, Pablo, what do you need? I really want a toaster. Like a toaster for toast? Yeah, like for toast or Pop-Tarts. All right, bet. Meet me after lunch. And after lunch, hey, Pablo! Bro, keep your voice down, man. I'm running a business here. Did you get it? Did I get it? One toaster, man. Hey, 25 bucks. Times kids had the best comebacks in school. There was this kid that this teacher kind of picked on and messed with all the time, but in kind of a friendly way. And this kid would usually just take it. But one day, this happened. I know what you guys are probably thinking. This lesson is kind of weird. Just like Kyle. Okay. Come on, Kyle. Whenever I mess with you, you just sit there and take it. You gotta stand up for yourself, huh? You gotta be a man. You gotta be like me. Well, which one is it, Mr. Johnson? Do you want me to be a man or do you want me to be like you? Oh, come on, Mr. Johnson. You're just gonna take that? Stand up for yourself. Be a man. Hey. Pull it together. Times kids had the best comebacks at school. This one kid was very shy, and he was sitting in class one day when this girl was picking on him. This is what happened. Psst, Kyle. Yeah? I heard you had a crush on Stacy. She wanted me to tell you that she would never go out with you because you're super weird. Oh, okay. Hey Jane, be nice to Kyle. He's very smart. He could be your boss one day. No thanks. I don't want to be a pimp when I grow up. Screw you. Times kids gave the best comebacks in school. This one happened during the lockdown when everyone was taking classes on Zoom. This kid was at his house in Zoom class when he got up to get a glass of water. This is what happened next. Kyle, where did you go? What? Sorry, I can't hear you. What'd you say? Why did you get up and leave? Where did you go? I went to get a glass of water. Next time, ask me, please. That is incredibly disrespectful to me and the rest of the class for you to just leave. Excuse me? Stop talking, okay? This is a warning. How is this bitch gonna tell me I can't get water in my own house? I beg your pardon? Is your mom home? Bring her on screen right now. Okay. Hey mom, come here. Yeah, what's up? Mr. Stevens just yelled at me for getting a glass of water. What? How is this bitch gonna tell you you can't get water in your own house? That's exactly what I said. I'm sorry. Teachers who definitely shouldn't be teaching. One day in elementary school, this kid who used a hearing aid was sitting in class, and this is what happened. So what do you guys think? Who has an answer? Jackson, how about you? I'm sorry. Oh, what was the question again? How are you gonna have a hearing aid and still not listen to me when I talk? I don't know, I just didn't hear the question, I'm sorry. Well, since you're not listening to me anyways, I'm just gonna take this, okay? Please don't, I can't hear without it. You can have this back when you learn to listen. Hey, yo, Jackson, you good, man? Jackson? Kyle, he can't hear you. People who were legends in their high school. At this one high school, somebody installed a bunch of games onto the school's server. There were also LAN games that could be played against anyone and everyone in the school. Those games were Counter-Strike and Halo. Sometimes kids would log on to Halo and there'd be nobody playing. And other times, there would be an incredibly intense 10 versus 10 battle. The installed games and these Halo battles lasted for 10 years. And I'm sure all the students had an absolute blast playing these games. It is unclear if these games are still on that school server. But 10 years? That's a win in my book. People who were legends in their high school. This kid named Carlos was a new student at this school, and one kid decided he was gonna bully Carlos every day. This kid was super mean. And Carlos, for the first few days, just took it. Well, eventually Carlos had enough. One day, while this kid was bullying Carlos pretty bad, Carlos took a step back, spun around, and kicked him in the face. Obviously, that kid didn't know he was bullying a Taekwondo national champion. Needless to say, Carlos was never bullied again. Legendary. Black markets kids ran in their schools, a follower submission. When this kid was in school, he was in band. And during this time, the band was having a fundraiser. And all the kids in band had to sell the world's finest chocolate bars. I'm sure you've all seen these before. Well, this dude was the top seller. He sold 6 whole boxes in 1 week. Well, the fundraiser ended, but he noticed how good of a business this was. So this is what he did. He went to the world's finest chocolate website, and he ordered 8 boxes. After a week and a half, those were all sold out, and he made $180 profit. Well, he kept buying more and more. Business was absolutely booming. Everyone thought he was selling these for a fundraiser, but he was just selling these to make himself money. The teachers eventually started getting suspicious, and the principal called him into the office one day. Well, his band teacher came to the rescue. Even though the fundraiser was over, the band teacher told the principal that yes, these were for the fundraiser. He did nothing wrong. In total, this kid made $1,500. People who were legends in their high school. The wrestling team at this one high school would hang out in the bathrooms every day during lunch. Hey man, great practice today. Hey, you too, bro. You wrecked Johnny in that last match. But every day, there was also another kid that would hang out in the bathroom during lunch. And all he did in the bathroom was eat his lunch in there. The wrestling team started to befriend this kid. The team liked him. Well, one day, the wrestling team was at the movies. They were seeing Superbad. When the character McLovin first appeared on the scene, this is what happened. Yo, bro. McLovin looks just like Kyle from the bathroom. And the next day, when the team saw this kid in the hallway, hey, what's up, McLovin? I'll see you during lunch. McLovin, I like it. The nickname McLovin caught on. Hey, McLovin, what up, man?
Hey, what's good, McLovin?
Hi, McLovin. And when this kid was a senior, they were announcing the prom king. And this year's prom king is McLovin. Crazy things kids did in school. The lady that told this story said years ago, when she was about 13 years old, there was a classmate of hers who every day at recess pretended to be a horse. She would gallop around the playground by herself like she was frickin' Seabiscuit. Obviously, everyone thought that she was way too old to be doing this, and all the other kids in her class thought it was strange. What is Stacy doing? Oh my god, is she eating grass? The lady that shared the story said that 10 years later, she ran into this horse girl at a hospital. Apparently, she went to medical school and was training to be a surgeon. Oh my god, Stacy? Claire, hi, oh my, how are you doing? I'm doing good. Looks like you're doing pretty well. I am. I'm very blessed. I do have one question to ask. Are you still a big fan of horses? I am, yeah. I actually have one of my own. His name is Shelf. That's a big W for horse girl. My favorite comebacks. Let's just dive right in. No, bro, no, you're so wrong. Mr. Beast is definitely packing. You want to know someone who's definitely not packing? Kyle. Hey, Kyle. Yes, Chad? I bet yours is the size of a Tic Tac. Oh, is that right? Yeah, dude. Oh, so that's why your mom's breath is always minty fresh. You take that back, bro. You take that back right now. The time Microsoft severely embarrassed themselves. 12 years ago, Microsoft was about to launch its Windows 7 phone, and everyone at Microsoft thought it would be much more popular and better than the iPhone. So what did they do? Shortly before they actually released the phone, Microsoft held a mock funeral. It was basically a parade that included 2 hearses, one representing the death of the iPhone, and the second one representing the death of the BlackBerry. Obviously, Microsoft was 100% wrong. I don't know anyone who's ever had one of these phones. And despite their confidence, this phone has been named Microsoft's greatest failure. This elephant wanted revenge, and she got it. Last month, this woman in India was walking to get some water when she saw a herd of elephants. She got spooked, so she ran away in the opposite direction. Well, one of the elephants chased her and trampled her to death. Then a few days later, at this lady's funeral, the herd returns, and that same elephant walks up to her body, picks her up, and throws her into the air. Here's a clip from that incident. After that, the herd of elephants still weren't satisfied, so they went to the nearby village and destroyed a few houses. People are asking wondering why did this happen, but there is one theory that makes a lot of sense to me. A source said that this lady was a part of a poaching group, and the day that she passed away, she had been throwing rocks at this elephant to distract it so the poachers can steal her baby. And maybe that elephant held a grudge and came back for her body. Who knows? Regardless, this is crazy. Black markets kids ran in their schools, a follower submission. When this kid was in high school, he ordered a bunch of classroom projector remotes off of Amazon, and he found out that one of these remotes was a universal remote, and it worked perfectly every time with the type of projectors the school had. This is what his business did. He would charge students $10 a day to rent out this remote, and once they got the remote, they had the ability to turn off a projector at any time during class. So if kids just wanted to waste time or have an easy class day, they would get a remote from our guy, and at any point when the teacher was using the projector, they could turn it off whenever they wanted. He was never caught, but the teachers kept getting so confused at why all the projectors were not working. But in total, he made a couple $100. Not bad. Black markets kids ran in their schools, a follower submission. When this kid was in middle school, he ran a business where he would find out where people's bullies lived. He charged kids $20. Once he got the money, he would stalk their bully, eventually finding out the bully's address. He would then give the address to the customer who paid him. And this is where things get interesting. There was another group of kids, these big dudes, who nobody messed with. Those dudes and our dude were working together. Once a customer got the address of their bully, they had the option to go to these guys and pay them more money to go to the bully's house and threaten the bully. They would basically tell the bully, yo, if you don't stop messing with this person, we will come back here and beat the crap out of you. And 9 times out of 10, the bully would stop messing with that person. Business was always booming for these guys. But they were eventually caught, shut down, and got into a bunch of trouble because, you know, they were stalking people and going to their house. In total, they made about $500. People who were legends in their high school. One day, this kid and his friends skipped school to go to a circus. Yo, bro, this is a sick circus. Seriously, man, way better than class. This circus was kind of poorly run, but there was an area that was like a little petting zoo. And that's when these two noticed a llama. Bro, look at that llama. Dude, he's so cool. I like him. I bet his name is Serge. Hey, Serge. See, he responded. What up, Serge? Dude, we should take this llama with us. That's the best idea you've had all day. They then opened the gate, took the llama, and left through an unguarded exit. These two kids then paraded the llama all around town, even taking him on the subway. Bro, look at Serge, man. He's straight chilling. Yo, what up, Serge? You having a good time? The two friends then got drunk, got caught, and then they were in serious trouble. The llama was eventually returned to the circus, but I know that Serge had the time of his life. X-rays of animals that are 100% terrifying. This is an X-ray of a pregnant dog. The puppies inside of her look like frickin' aliens. This is a pregnant cat. Same thing. Super creepy. Can you guess what animal was X-rayed here? It's a frickin' chinchilla. It looks like something from the Upside Down. This is an X-ray of a hammerhead shark. Barty's looking goofy as heck. Before I get to the last one, this app will teach you how to be rich when you get older. It also pays you to learn about money. If you want it, get it right here. And last but not least, the creepiest one yet, this is the X-ray of a pug's face. Makes perfect sense to me. Black markets kids ran in their schools, a follower submission. When this kid was in 6th grade, he would walk around the school, and whenever he saw a phone charger plugged in, he would secretly unplug it and put it in his backpack. He does this every single day, and he managed to gather a bunch of iPhone chargers. But then what he did was he would put a piece of blue tape around the end of the charger. He would then sell these chargers to students at the school who didn't have one. He sold them for half the price of their market value. He made sure to clean these chargers up and put tape around it, because oftentimes he was selling these chargers back to the kids he stole it from, but they had no idea. So far, he's ran this business for 1 whole year, and in total, he's made $1,250. People who are having the worst day. This dude lost one of his AirPods, but when he tracked it, he found out that it was in a completely different country. Oh boy. This lady was probably bringing a pizza home to her family, but she fell asleep on the train and the pizza went bye-bye. I bet she wasn't happy when she woke up. This woman was getting ready for a night out when she curled her eyelashes and this happened. Yeah, that's super unfortunate. These people got halfway through their pizza when they realized the pizza box had a shoe print on it. Yeah, my appetite would have definitely been ruined. A person sold their iPad to a stranger for cash, but when they looked closer at the money, they realized it was fake money. See, right there it says replica. This person ordered a PlayStation through the mail, but it seems as though the delivery driver stole stole the PlayStation and replaced it with a big rock. That sucks. Before I get to the coolest one, this app literally pays you to walk, and all you have to do is walk. So why not use it? If you want to get paid to walk, go right here. And last but not least, these people who are apparently so afraid to fly, they wore hazmat suits on the plane. That's a bit much. My favorite comebacks. Here's a completely unrealistic scenario that'll probably never happen. Hey, good morning, loser. Nice New Balances, idiot. Oh, hey, Chad. That's funny. Because you're so ugly that when your mom dropped you off at school today, she got a ticket for littering. Ooh, you're gonna regret that, Kyle. Mom, did you hear what he just said about me? Chad, I don't have time for this right now. I just got a ticket for littering. I have to go pay it. Wait, what? Hey, Mrs. Smith, if you want company, I can go with you. Kyle, that is so sweet of you. Yeah, that sounds amazing. We'll make a day of it. I'll call the school office and I'll tell them you'll be missing class today. Thank you so much. That's right, The worst things teachers said to students. When this girl was in middle school, her parents were divorced and her mom had just died. Her dad was working in a different country at the time, so she was living with her aunt. Well, she left most of her school supplies at her mom's house, and one day in math class, she forgot her math book. This is what happened. Hey, sorry, I don't have my math book. Well, why not? Where is it? It's at my mom's house. Well, okay, I mean, I know your mom died, but did the house burn down too? No, you could have picked it up before school. You could have picked it up before school. Random pictures that kind of blew my mind. This airplane bathroom has a window in it. There's nothing better than pooping with a view. I guess some stores in Europe don't refrigerate their eggs, which doesn't make any sense to me. Don't they need to be kept cold? We've all seen these buttons to press if we want to cross the street, but some places also have buttons for people on horseback. That's pretty interesting. This gardening store has an aisle of death for bug and weed killer and an aisle of life for fertilizers, potting soil, and gardening supplies. That's hardcore. This banana. I can tell you right now, I have never seen a banana as straight as this. Before I get to the last one, this app will teach you how to be rich when you get older. It also pays you to learn about money. If you want it, get it right here. And last but not least, this dandelion that's almost 2 feet long. That's a big boy. People who were legends in their high school. One day, this dude, who was a senior at the time, was walking to his car in the parking lot after school when he heard screams. He looked around and he saw this older man trying to force a young girl into his car. He immediately ran over there and punched the dude in the face. The older guy got scared and drove away. The girl he was trying to force in his car was his daughter, who was a freshman at the time. She was obviously very shaken up, and she said that he had tried to kidnap her before when she was in elementary school. And I guess when she got into high school, he tried to do it again. She thanked him, he said don't even worry, and they went on their way. But the word spread. This guy was a legitimate hero, and for the rest of the year, he kept an eye out for her to make sure she was alright and that this would never happen again. What a good dude. Crazy things that happened at school. At this one British high school, after gym class every day, people would notice change and stuff missing from their lockers and their pockets. Well, one day, this kid really wanted to find out who was doing this, so he turned his phone camera on record and put it in his pocket. After gym class, when all the other students were noticing they had stuff missing, he checked his camera and he caught the thief red-handed.
Alrighty, what do you have in here?
Apparently, the girl that had been stealing from everyone was from a very rich family. She was even a successful child actor who starred in a bunch of TV shows. So why was she stealing change from people? Who knows? But like I said, she was caught and she got into serious trouble. People who are having the worst day. This lonely puzzle piece was found in a parking lot, and I bet you somebody somewhere is losing their mind. This person's daughter spilled a milkshake in the back of her car. Yeah, that'll take a while to clean up. A family's house cat tracked down the hidden stash of catnip, resulting in catnip all over this person's clothes and all over their house. That cat must have been fiending. This dude got his sofa stuck and now needs professional help to get it unstuck. He's paying $25 for anybody that can help him. This dude just wanted a cup of hot chocolate. But when he got the hot chocolate, there were tons of dead ants floating in there. How does this even happen? Before I get to the nastiest one, this app pays you to learn about money. And if you're not learning about money, then what are you doing? If you want it, get it right here. Make that money. And this cockroach who completely ruined this person's morning. If I saw that, I would just throw the whole house away. People who were legends in their high school. There was this one teacher at this one high school that never let anybody use the bathroom, no matter how many times they asked. There was this one girl in class who hated this teacher, and the teacher hated her. Every day, she would always ask if she could use the bathroom, and the teacher said no. Well, on the last day of school, this girl was in this teacher's class. She asked the teacher twice if she could use the bathroom, and the teacher said no. This is what happened when she asked for the third time. Miss, can I please use the bathroom? I really have to go. I swear to God, if you ask me one more time, no, you may not. Okay, fine, but just remember, you did this. The girl then stood up, stared at the teacher, and peed her pants. She got in big trouble, but she went home and told her parents about this, and her father was a urologist. Her father called the school, and this teacher got into huge trouble. My favorite comebacks. This is what I would say to somebody being a complete Hey Kyle, I heard you were gonna ask Caitlin out to the dance. I mean, yeah, I was. Why do you care? Kyle, she's gonna say no to you, man. You're a freaking loser. I'm gonna ask her. And what makes you think she'll say yes to you, Chad? Because I'm a god? Oh, okay, well, if you're a god, you must be a Greek god, because you're completely useless and you your sister. Dude, you take that back right now. You take that back right now, Kyle. Wow, Kyle. Do you want to go to the dance? Oh, hey, Caitlin, yeah, I do. People who were legends in their high school. When this guy was in high school, the mascot was a bulldog. Well, one day, this kid was driving around doing donuts in the high school parking lot when he accidentally ran into the statue of the bulldog. The crash knocked the bulldog off its platform, and this kid freaked out. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god. He looked around and nobody saw what happened, so he got out of his car, picked up the bulldog, and shoved it into his trunk. He then drove to a bridge and tossed the bulldog into the water, disposing of the evidence. I'm so sorry. He never told anybody about this. It was a huge deal at the school with an entire investigation. It wasn't until 15 years later when he was having beers with his brother that he confessed. His brother was amazed that he was able to keep this secret for this long. Dumbest things people got in trouble for at school. When this girl was 11 years old, she loved pink lemonade, and her school had vending machines that sold pink lemonade for $1.50. Well, she didn't like spending that much money, so she had an idea. She started buying and bringing a bunch of pink lemonade powder packets to school, so all she has to do when she wants lemonade is mix it with water. Well, right away, the vice principal called her to the office and accused her of selling drugs. She's like, I'm not selling drugs, this is just pink lemonade powder. But he kept insisting that she was using and selling drugs. And she kept telling him, hey man, just smell it, you'll know it's pink lemonade. But he wouldn't do that. He suspended her for 3 days and sent the pink lemonade to a lab for testing. Obviously, the powder was not drugs. Dumbest things people got in trouble for at school. When this girl was 5 years old, she was in class, and this kid who was sharing a table with her started pouring glue all over the table and rubbing it around. She asked him to stop, but he wouldn't stop. She then went up to the teacher and told the teacher that her table mate was pouring glue and making a huge mess everywhere. But instead of the teacher telling the kid to stop, the teacher yelled at her for tattling and told her to go stand in the corner for the rest of class. My favorite comebacks. This is what I would say if somebody made fun of me for failing a test. Hey Kyle, I heard you failed that test. Idiot, it was so easy, I got an A. Oh hey Chad, you got an A, that's nice. Well, you know, you learn from your mistakes. That's why you're an only child. Shut your mouth, man. Normal people that confessed horrible things. This lady used to volunteer at a nursing home, and there was this one old woman that would always talk about her horrible abusive husband. But one day she shared a bit more. This is what happened. Yeah, my husband was a drinker and he would hit me. Oh, I know, that's horrible. I'm always so sad to hear that story. He was a bad drunk. So what did I do? I pushed him down the stairs. Dead. Business ideas that backfired. This is Matthew Carpenter, and some years ago he had an idea and he started a business. His business allowed people to send their enemies envelopes filled with glitter and a note. And as you all know, glitter makes a huge mess and is very hard to clean up. Customers would visit his website, pay $10, and then they can send this envelope full of glitter to anyone, anywhere in the world. Just 24 hours after he launched the website, business was absolutely frickin' booming. He received thousands of orders right away. All this traffic caused the website to crash multiple times that day. He tried his best to fulfill all the orders, and he made absolute bank, but he was starting to get incredibly frustrated and stressed out. First of all, he couldn't keep up with all these orders. Second of all, he had to be the one filling the envelopes with glitter, so his entire house was a mess. He eventually shut down the business, but still, like I said, the man made bank.
Hello?
Hey, what's up, prank man?
Okay?
একটু হলেই তো তোমার ফোন হাওয়া হয়ে যেত।
In fact, I like
তুই তোর ফোন আর কোনোদিন পাবি না।
কেন?
তোর বাবা তো তোর ফোনটাকে একদম আছাড় দিয়ে ভেঙে শেষ, এমনকি পানিতে চুবাইছে।
আউট অফ কিউরিওসিটি হয়তো দেখা করব, বাট আই এম নট দ্যাট মাচ ইজি, অলওয়েজ রিমেম্বার।
আজকে যদি তারা না থাকতো আজকে তো দিতাম একদম। এই খালি স্কার্টেন গার্ডেন।
এই যে আপু, এসব গার্ডেন ফার্ডেন যায় না, আমার ভাই ব্রাদাররা আছে, আপনার একদম কামড়ায় দিবে। না 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 ব্রো, এই যে আপনার ফোন প্র্যাঙ্ক ছিল ব্রো, চিল চিল চিল। রাকিব ভাই, আপনি এসআই রাকিব ভাই না? আপনার কথা আমি অনেক শুনছি। আপনি কিন্তু মানে বুঝের লোক। টেজে তোলেন।
এই হোসেন আলী, ক্যামেরা আগেই কইছিলাম আমার বস ফেমাস। হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, ভাই একটু যদি ধরতে।
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ শিওর।
স্যার কিভাবে যে কনফার্ম হয়?
এটা তো এদিকে না, 3 নাম্বার গেট ওইদিকে, শঙ্কর গলি বোধহয় গেটের বাইরে। আপনি ভুল আসছেন, যান।
ভুল আসছে? কিন্তু আমি কি চিনতে পারবো?
ও আচ্ছা, আপনি দ্যাট বোরখা গার্ল।
চিনতে পেরেছো তাহলে না?
আই লাইক গুড গার্লস। ফলো করতে ফলো কর, যা। এতে কই যায় দেখবি, যা। সারা জীবনে প্রথম কাউরে প্র্যাঙ্ক করতে যায়, নিজেই আজকে প্র্যাঙ্ক হয়ে গেল।
মুনিয়া, তুমি আমাকে বলেছো যে তুমি তোমার কোনো বয়ফ্রেন্ড নাই।
না না, বয়ফ্রেন্ড না, আমি ওর বয়ফ্রেন্ড, আমি ওর ফিয়ান্সে। ওর সাথে আমার বিয়ে নেক্সট।
ও আচ্ছা আচ্ছা,
আমার জন্য?
এটা তোমার জন্য, একটা নতুন ফোন দিলাম।
এই জন্য তাহলে তোমরা এতক্ষণ নাটক করছো?
নাটক না, তোমার ফোনটা পুরনো হয়ে গেছে।
কেন?
নতুন ফোন।
আমরা প্র্যাঙ্ক করতে পারি না?
একটা ইম্পর্টেন্ট কথা ছিল তোমার সাথে। এমন করলে কেমন হয় যদি এই এন্টারটেইনমেন্ট জার্নিতে আমি জয়েন করি তোমার সাথে?
আমার নেক্সট আপকামিং 5টা প্রজেক্টের ফুটেজ ছিল এই ফোনটাতে। তোমরা এটা কেন করছো এই ফোনটার মধ্যে? ফোনটার মধ্যে আমার কত জরুরি জরুরি ফুটেজ ছিল আমার।
শোন,
হোয়াট হোয়াট দ্য ফাক? এই আপনি কে কে এসব কি করছেন? আপনি দেখতে মানুষের মতো আর ভূতের মাস্ক পরে ভয় দেখানো। হ্যাঁ, আমি কখনো তাকে দেখিনি, চিনিও না ইভেন। এই কে আপনি? হোয়াট দ্য হেল? আপনি জান?
হু আর ইউ, হু আর ইউ?
ওয়েট, বলছি একটা সেকেন্ড।
ম্যাক্স ভাই, স্যার নিজেও তো আপনার খুব ফ্যান দেখলাম। ভাই একটা যদি সুযোগ দেন, একটা সেলফি তুলে রাখ।
নো 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 নো।
69/2 শঙ্কর গলিটা কোন দিকে?
শঙ্কর গলিতে আপনি পার্কের মধ্যে পাবেন না।
আচ্ছা পার্ক তো বুঝলাম, 3 নাম্বার গেটটা কোন দিকে পার্কের?
পার্কের 3 নাম্বার গেট তো ওইদিকে।
সুবর্ণাপু, সুবর্ণাপু আপনার বেবি। কি হলো? সুবর্ণাপু আপনার বেবি। আল্লাহ, কি হয়েছে?
তোমার জিনিসটা ঝামেলা আছে। ঝামেলা হচ্ছে যে সব নষ্ট হয়ে যাবে। প্যারাই না।
আর শোনো, টিন্ডারে ম্যাচ হওয়া মানেই কিন্তু আই এম নট রেডি ফর হুক আপ। আজ দেখা হবে, কাল ডেট হবে, আমি এরকম মেয়ে না।
যত সব ফেক আইডি। এতদিন ফেসবুকে সব ফেক আইডি দেখতাম, এখন বাস্তবে ঘুরে বেড়াও। যত সব যাবান ফাজিল কোথাকার।
বলছিলাম না যে আপনারে আমার সেলফি তুলতে চাবেন
না,
তখন তো পাত্তা দেন নাই ভাই।
স্যার আমি তো খুবই সরি স্যার, নিজে তো আপনার বড় ফ্যান। একটা সুযোগ দেন, একটা সেলফি।
ওইটা আচ্ছা আচ্ছা দেখেন তো, এখানে তো তাই লেখা না। 3 নাম্বার গেট, আবার পার্ক, আবার শঙ্কর গলি, বুঝতেছি না।
3 নাম্বার গেট ওইদিকে।
আরে বেঞ্চ সাহেব, নতুন নতুন সম্বন্ধ তো তাই চিনতে পারেন নাই। ওই যে আপনার বান্ধবী তুলি আছে না?
আপনি যে কি করে আপনার মাথায় কোনো কমন সেন্স নেই? আমার বাসায় যদি সবাই দেখে ফেলে।
রাত 10টায় আমি ফোন দিব, আর একবারের বেশি যদি রিং হয়।
মামা মালটা তো জোস। সরি 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 ভাবি,
তুই পারবি তুই।
দেখ কিভাবে কই।
সেটিং মেটিং নাই তো? সেটিং মানে বুঝো না, পেন্টিরিতি।
সবে ইন্টার সেকেন্ড ইয়ারে পড়ি।
সেকেন্ড ইয়ারে আমার ক্লাস 9 এর পোলাবেনও প্রেম করে।
মামা মায়া তো অস্থির। এক্সকিউজ মি আপু, এক্সকিউজ মি, আপনার নামটা যদি বলতেন একটু।
শুনেন বেঞ্চ সাহেব, আমার বন্ধু জিসান, ঠিক আছে? আপনার বান্ধবীরে শুনুন। মারি নাই তো, শাসন করছি। ভালো লাগে না, একটু মারতেই পারি, কিন্তু খুব খারাপ লাগে। তুই রবিল নামে সুন্দর একটা রিক্সা ডাক। ভাবি চিনতে আমার বন্ধু জিসান দেখতে, প্লিজ ভাবি আপনি একটু নেন, প্লিজ ভাবি। দেখেন ভাবি, কালকে সারা রাত তোমার আমি কল দিচ্ছি।
সারা রাত? তাহলে আপনি শুনুন আপনার ভালোবাসার মানুষের অতীত বর্তমান। পাগল কোন একদম ঠিক হয় না। ওনার ব্যথা লাগে নাই?
ব্যথা তো বেশি তুমি।
তুহিনে ব্যথা লাগছে না?
বন্ধু তুই চিন্তা করিস না রে, ভাবির মন ঠিকই গলে যাবে।
ভাবির মন তো গলবে কিন্তু।
Business ideas that backfired. This is Matthew Carpenter, and some years ago he had an idea and he started a business. His business allowed people to send their enemies envelopes filled with glitter and a note. And as you all know, glitter makes a huge mess and is very hard to clean up. Customers would visit his website, pay $10, and then they can send this envelope full of glitter to anyone, anywhere in the world. Just 24 hours after he launched the website, business was absolutely frickin' booming. He received thousands of orders right away. All this traffic caused the website to crash multiple times that day. He tried his best to fulfill all the orders, and he made absolute bank. But he was starting to get incredibly frustrated and stressed out. First of all, he couldn't keep up with all these orders. Second of all, he had to be the one filling the envelopes with glitter, so his entire house was a mess. He eventually shut down the business, but still, like I said, the man made bank.